Hi guys, it's great to be with you. Today we are going to do our warm up and then we're going to read some words together and have a little story time. I have a brand new story for you. Okay, so let's start by me saying, Baby Echo, where'd you go? Ah, here he is. Repeat after me. O-N-K, onk. I-N-K, ink. A-N-K, ink. A apple, ah. E ed, eh. I itch, ith. O octopus, ah. U up, And next we are going to do our posters. So let me bring up, how about our R controlled? Repeat after me. AR, car, R. OR, horn, or. ER, her, IR, bird, UR, burn, Great job. And our super cool vowel teams that we've learned so far. I know they're a little bit small. Here we go. AI, bait A. AY, play A. Now the E's, EE, jeep E, EA, eat E, EY, key E. This row is the Oys. OI, coin Oi, OY, boy Oi. Now the long O's, OA, boat O, OE, toe O, OW, snow O, OW, plow ow. And we've learned two new ones. We have our trout soup, OU, trout ow, OU, soup oo. And our OO. OO, school oo, OO, book Great job, everybody. Time to review some trick words. See if you can read it before I do. Would, could, should, her, over, number, say, says, see, between, each. Great job. All right, let me find some words for us to look at together. We are currently in Unit 10. Wow. And we are going to read some words. All right. So here we go. You can see, I'm going to cover up just one. You can see 3, 6, 8 words right now, right? Let's look at this one right here. What does it say? Cramp. That's right. I want you to practice reading some more words, and then we're going to really try to find any words that have a closed syllable and a blend. So go ahead, just take a moment and practice reading them to yourself. Okay, now listen to me read them and try to stay with me and read them. Cramp, raft, shed, draft, fill, print, drink, chip. Okay, so look at this first line. Do either of these words have a closed syllable and a blend? Well, they're both closed. This one has a blend. Cramp does. It's 2 blends. What about raft? Sure does. FT. Okay, look at this row. Which words in this row are closed syllable and have a blend? There's only one. What word is it? Draft. Very good. What does this word have that's special? A digraph. And what does this word have? Bonus letters. Great job. Let's do one more row. Which words here are closed in and have a blend? There's two. Say the words. Print and drink. Very good. What's the blend in print? PR. Good. What does PR sound like? Purr. And what's the blend in drink? DR. Drr. Good. Okay. Now we're going to have a little story time. I promised you a new story that you haven't heard before. So here we go. Let me move this so you can see all the words. And the title's right over here. So I want you to start just by reading the title. Okay, The Skunk. And a lot of times before readers read a story, they make some predictions of what they think it might be about. So the story The Skunk, what do you think might happen? Well, I know skunks, when they spray, it's very smelly and it's hard to get rid of the smell. So I'm thinking someone might get sprayed by a skunk. I don't know. What do you think? All right, so let's go ahead and read them, read the sentences, and see if we were right. Here's what we'll do. I'll highlight a sentence. I want you to read it silently or read it by yourself, and then we'll read it together. Okay, so here's our first sentence. Now read it with me. The kids were camping by the small pond. Try this part. They each had to do a job that was on a long list. Read this first. Some of the jobs were fun. Now read it with me. Two kids had to put up the flag, which was the best task of all. Can you picture they're putting that flag up so people can see it? Okay, read it yourself and then join in with me. Then the kids went for a swim and sat on the grass in the sun. Together. Next, the kids went on the big swings that were down at the end of the camp. Your turn. Together. At last, the day was over. Your turn. Together. They went into the tent and slept. Your turn. The kids sat up one by one. Your turn. It stinks, said the kids. Your turn. We smell a skunk. Do you see that exclamation point? We have to say it really excited or, loud. We smell a skunk. Your turn. The kids ran out of the tent in a rush. Your turn. I see a question mark. Make your voice go up. What did they see? Exclamation point. Make it exciting. A skunk was on a stump. Your turn. Help! The kids were fast. They ran back into the tent and hid. The skunk did not go in, so they rested at last. Whoo! Wow, great reading, everybody. Let's talk about the story a little bit. Who are the characters in this text? So remember, the characters are the people or animals that the story is about. So who were the characters? I'm going to make my little chart here. Yep, there were kids. Do we know the kids' names? Nope, but we know there's probably boys and girls. So I'm going to draw these little people here and write kids. Anybody else in this story? Well, we know there's a skunk, right? I'm going to try to draw a skunk. And I'll write sk and then unk. I hear a blend and a glued sound. So our characters are kids and skunk. Next I want to know about the setting. The setting is when and where. Where were they for this story? They were at a campgrounds, and we know the camp had a pond, and we know it was a sunny day, right? What else do we know? We know there was grass, and we know that there was swings. Is there anything else we know? There was a tent in the setting. Okay, and I'll write down here camp because that's where the story took place. Good. What about the main events? So when we think about the main events, we think about the order that things happen. So what happened first in this story? Yeah, the kids all had jobs to do at camp. Then what happened next? They relaxed. Yep, they swam and then they relaxed after they did their jobs. And then what happened? They went to sleep. And what happened then? They smelt the skunk. So what did they do when they smelt the skunk? They ran out of the tent. And they saw the skunk. Where was he? He was on a stump. So where did they go after that? Back into the tent to hide. And the skunk didn't follow them, you're right. So the kids could actually relax and go to sleep after a long, fun day at camp. Good. So I want us to practice marking some of the words that were in this text. So if you could please get your whiteboard and your marker, we are going to copy a few words down, like the word camp. So I want you to copy down camp. And the next word you're going to copy down is small. And I want you to copy down swings. So after you copy down these 3 words, I want you to go ahead and practice marking them. So you can mark the syllable type, and you can mark any bonus letters, any glued sounds, and any suffix endings. Okay, let's look at number 1. Did you get the glued sound? Pause if you need a little more time. And then let's mark the syllable type. So it's C for closed in, and put the little brev over the top so it's a short A, camp. Okay, I want you to do the same thing for this one. Mark the blend, mark the syllable type and vowel, and mark the glued sound. Go ahead. Glued sound, bonus letter, blend, syllable type. It's a whole lot of marking. And we have one more word, swings. Let's underline the base word, circle the suffix, mark the blend, SW. It's a closed syllable. Let's put the I, the little brev over it. And last, let's do the glued sound. Okay, let's read these 3 words. Camp, small, swings. And we'll keep practicing those. Great job, everybody.